My beloved child, the truth I am about to reveal will shake your entire spirit. This isn't just about land or money, this is about betrayal that has been hidden in silence for too long. You need to hear every word, because what was once yours by love is being threatened in darkness. Long before you even realized the weight of it, your father made a decision. He placed something powerful in your name, a piece of land that carried not just soil, but his trust in you. But a shadow within the family has been waiting, watching, and planning to erase your claims silently. This isn't ordinary greed, it is personal. The relative in question has smiled in your face, acted like your protector, but behind closed doors their intentions have been poisoned. They believe you are too distracted, too trusting, to notice what they're plotting. What you must understand is that heaven has witnessed every step of this. The whispers in family gatherings, the false documents being prepared, the meetings in corners where your name is spoken like a threat. And today, the veil is lifting, because you are chosen to know the truth before it's too late. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Your father did not buy that land for nothing. He saw your future, he saw your destiny tied to that ground, and he wanted you to have an anchor that no storm could wash away. But jealousy has entered the family like a venomous snake. This relative has gone as far as trying to convince others that you don't deserve it. They're planting doubts in people's minds, slowly twisting stories, making it look like the land was never truly yours. But their lies cannot overpower the truth heaven has written. Their heart is restless because they know the land carries more than just value, it carries legacy. It is not just property, it is your inheritance, a gift of love that they cannot steal without consequence. Every attempt they make is recorded in the unseen. Listen closely, your father's love is still guarding you. Heaven is standing as your witness. And this exposure is happening now because you are not meant to lose what is rightfully yours. Type Amen to get blessing 444. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Your father's decision to buy that land in your name was not just a financial move. It was his silent promise to protect your future even when he would no longer be around. And that promise is now under attack from someone who carries the same blood but not the same heart. This relative has already reached out to others, pretending to care about your well-being. But in secret, they are moving papers, trying to bring lawyers, and forging agreements to erase your name. They want to stand where you should be standing, on the soil your father gave you. What they don't know is that the truth cannot be buried forever. The land remembers the love with which it was bought. The heavens have kept records of the sacrifice your father made for you. Even now, whispers in the spiritual realm are exposing their intentions. Someone close has overheard conversations they were not supposed to hear. And those words are making their way to you at this very moment. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Your relative believes you are unaware, that you are blind to their game. But this message is proof that the light is shining where they thought darkness would cover them. Their plan will not succeed, because their greed has already cursed their own steps. Think back to every family gathering where eyes lingered on you too long. Think of the tension in their voice when your father's gift was ever mentioned. That was not just envy, it was a sign of the storm they were already planning. But, beloved, storms cannot last forever. They rise, they roar, but eventually they are scattered by the wind of truth. So too will this storm be scattered, leaving only your rightful inheritance standing strong. Your Father's Spirit rejoices because heaven is intervening for you. The land that carries His name and yours will remain untouched by wicked hands. And those who plotted against you will face the shame of their own exposure. Type Amen to get blessing 666. This relative is not acting alone. There are whispers of another family member being convinced to join their side. They are weaving lies like a web, hoping you will be trapped before you even notice. But what they don't know is that heaven has already sent protection ahead of you. Their documents will fall apart, their signatures will lose power, their plans will collapse. For what is born of love cannot be stolen through deceit. Even if they try to delay you with false promises, do not be fooled. Their true intention is not peace, but takeover. They will smile to your face, yet in silence, sharpen the knife of betrayal. But betrayal always carries its own punishment. Every step they take against you is sinking them deeper into their own downfall. And when their mask finally falls, everyone will see their greed for what it is. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The truth is, jealousy has poisoned their hearts so deeply that they can no longer hide it. Even their closest friend has begun to notice the shift in their eyes when your name is spoken. It is as if your blessing burns them every time they remember what your Father did for you. This is why they have been restless at night, unable to sleep in peace. They are haunted by the fear that you might discover everything before they finish their plan. And today, that fear is coming true, because heaven has chosen this very moment to reveal it. Do not underestimate the depth of their envy. They are willing to sacrifice relationships, honor, even their own peace, just to take what was never meant for them. But destiny cannot be stolen, no matter how desperate the thief becomes. Remember, your Father's gift carries not only value, but divine covering. Every grain of soil on that land is tied to your name, your purpose, and your bloodline. And those who try to take it will meet resistance beyond their imagination. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Even now, forces are rising to defend you. A person they trusted has already turned against them after realizing the truth. That betrayal within their own circle is the beginning of their downfall. They tried to act quickly, thinking no one would notice. They whispered lies, moved papers, and even dared to consult strangers to make their plan appear legal. But heaven laughs at such attempts, because lies cannot stand against legacy. Your Father's love is not forgotten in heaven. It echoes like a shield around you, guarding the inheritance that was placed in your name. And the more they push, the harder their own schemes will collapse. This is why you must stay alert. Do not let their fake kindness fool you again. Their smile is just a mask hiding the bitterness of their greed. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Your Father trusted you for a reason. He knew that one day, people would rise against you, but He also knew you had the strength to stand. That strength is being awakened right now through this message. The land will remain yours, and no relative can erase it. Even if they gather in secret meetings, their words will turn against them. Even if they forge documents, their ink will dry into nothingness. Soon, people around them will start asking questions. They will notice the inconsistencies in their stories. And slowly, the liar will be exposed for who they really are. When that happens, you won't even need to defend yourself. The truth will speak louder than their lies. And those who tried to shame you will be left in their own shame. Type Amen to get blessing 111. Already, whispers are spreading in the family. Some have started to question why this relative suddenly shows so much interest in property matters. Their overeagerness is betraying them without them even realizing it. The truth is like fire, it cannot be hidden under ashes for long. No matter how much they try to cover their greed, it slips through their actions. People around them are beginning to see the cracks in their mask. But they don't stop, because greed blinds them. They continue to push, to manipulate, to forge, thinking time is on their side. What they don't know is that heaven is already shortening their days of deceit. Your Father's blessing is alive. It moves like a shield in your favor, even when you're unaware. That shield is the reason their plans keep failing at the last moment. Type Amen to get blessing 222. Behind closed doors, they argue with themselves. They wonder why everything they touch in this plan turns sour. But deep inside, they know the reason, because it was never meant to be theirs. They once stood with you in joy when the land was first spoken of. But envy grew like a seed, watered by jealousy until it became a poisonous tree. That poison is what now drives them to take desperate steps. Do not fear their actions, because their downfall has already begun. The very people they are using will one day expose them. Their whispers will echo louder than any evidence you could ever provide. In the end, the truth will not need defending. It will stand tall on its own. And you will be the one holding the victory your Father intended. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Their restless nights are proof of their guilt. They toss, they turn, unable to silence the voice of truth that haunts them. It whispers in their ear, "What you are doing is wrong." But pride will not let them stop. They press forward, even as doors slam shut before them. It is only a matter of time before they are trapped in their own net. Beloved, this is why you must remain calm. You do not need to fight in anger, for heaven is already fighting on your behalf. Your patience will be the sword that cuts through their lies. And when the day of exposure comes, you will not just win back what is yours. You will stand as proof that no blessing can be stolen when it carries divine protection. Your Father's gift will remain untouched. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The greed inside their heart is no longer silent. It pushes them into darker actions, into riskier moves that even shock those closest to them. They are blinded by obsession, and this blindness is leading them straight toward exposure. One day soon, they will stand in front of others, trying to defend their actions. But their own words will betray them, their tongue will slip, and the truth will pour out. When that moment comes, everyone will remember how patient you remained while they schemed. Your Father's love was not given in vain. The land He placed in your name is tied to your destiny, not to their greed. This is why no matter how much they try, their hands will come back empty. Heaven is preparing witnesses. People you never expected will rise and testify about what they saw and heard. And their testimony will silence every false claim spoken against you. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Even now, that relative feels uneasy when they see you. They cannot meet your eyes without their heart trembling. Because deep inside, guilt is crushing them even while they smile. They thought they could move in silence forever. But silence has turned into noise, and their secrets are spilling like water from a broken jar. The more they hide, the more obvious their guilt becomes. Do not let their actions disturb your peace. The storm they created is meant to destroy you, but it is destroying them instead. Their own words are turning into chains that bind their steps. And soon, the world will see what heaven already knows. You are the rightful heir. The land remains yours, protected, sealed, and untouchable. Type Amen to get blessing 666. The walls are closing in on them now. Every step they take feels heavier, every lie they tell burns deeper in their chest. They wanted to steal your inheritance, but instead, they are burying themselves in shame. Whispers in the family are no longer whispers, they are conversations. Your name is spoken with honor, while their name is spoken with suspicion. The trust they once enjoyed is slipping through their hands like sand. Your father's blessing is alive in the soil of that land. It carries the weight of his sacrifices, the depth of his love, and the truth of his intention. And no hand of greed can uproot what was planted with love. Soon, evidence will surface, letters, documents, words overheard at the right time. All of it will point back to the truth. That truth will stand like a mountain while their lies crumble like dust. Type Amen to get blessing 777. They are scared now, though they try to hide it. Every time the topic of the land comes up, their heartbeat races. They know their time of exposure is close, and heaven has already prepared the stage. Their allies are turning into enemies. The very people they once convinced are now questioning their motives. This is how the web of lies unravels, thread by thread, until nothing remains. You don't need to lift a finger in revenge. Justice is moving in silence, wrapping around them like a shadow. Soon, they will have nowhere left to run. Your Father's Spirit rejoices from above. Because what He gave you in love will never be stolen in hatred. The land remains tied to your name forever. Type Amen to get blessing 888. The final hour of their plan is here. They will make one last attempt, one last desperate move to take what is yours. But that move will expose them completely, leaving no room for doubt. Everyone will see their true face. The mask will fall, and the hidden snake will be revealed. And the shame they wished upon you will return to them multiplied. Your role is to remain strong, remain calm, and remain grounded in truth. The inheritance is yours not only by blood, but by heaven's decree. And no paper, no signature, no deceit can erase it. Victory is already written for you. This is why the enemy is restless. They know you were never meant to lose. The storm they created is breaking over their own head. Every false step they took is now echoing back with force. They thought they were clever, but destiny has outsmarted them completely. Family members who once trusted their words now avoid them. They can feel the shift in the air, the silent judgment from those around. Their lies no longer sound convincing, because the truth has begun to shine too brightly. The land, your inheritance, is not just property, it is your Father's love carved into earth. It is sacred, untouchable, and bound to your name by divine order. No trick, no scheme, no betrayal can remove what was sealed for you. Their desperation grows each day. They try to move faster, but the faster they go, the more mistakes they make. And each mistake is another rope tightening around their plans. Type Amen to get blessing 111. Even in their darkest thoughts, they cannot silence the voice of guilt. When they look at you, they see innocence that they tried to exploit. That sight torments them more than any punishment could. Your silence is power, and it terrifies them. Because while they speak lies, you remain steady in truth. The calmness around you exposes their storm within. Soon, a great reveal will take place. Their secrets will not be whispered, they will be shouted, exposed, undeniable. Everyone who doubted you will bow their head in regret. Your Father's blessing will stand tall in that moment. The soil will bear witness, the heavens will bear witness, and even their own actions will testify. And you will walk forward with honor untouchable. Type Amen to get blessing 222. Beloved, do not fear the coming days. What is happening is the final stretch of their plan unraveling. The battle is already won, and you are simply watching justice unfold. Their greed has poisoned their heart beyond repair. But greed never wins, it devours itself until nothing is left. And that is exactly what you are about to see. The land remains yours. It is not just earth, it is destiny, it is bloodline, it is future. And it will be protected until your last breath. Heaven celebrates you, because you did not let bitterness consume your heart. You stayed true, and now truth is fighting for you. Victory is already written in your name. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The closer they come to their end, the more frantic they become. They rush from one place to another, trying to patch the holes in their story. But every attempt only creates more cracks, more openings for the truth to shine through. Relatives they trusted are beginning to speak in whispers against them. Those once convinced by their lies are now questioning, why did they go this far? The weight of suspicion is growing heavier on their shoulders. Your inheritance is glowing brighter in the eyes of all. It is no longer just land, it has become the symbol of justice. And when the dust settles, everyone will see you as the rightful heir your Father intended. This is the power of patience. You didn't fight with anger, you didn't rush into bitterness. You allowed heaven to move, and now heaven is moving loudly on your behalf. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Their downfall will not be quiet. It will be a lesson for the entire family to see. Because betrayal never ends in triumph, it always ends in exposure. They may still make one final move. Perhaps a forged document, perhaps a false witness, perhaps a desperate plea. But that final move will backfire in a way they never expected. When they try to strike, they will slip. Their evidence will turn against them, their witness will change sides, their plans will burn. And in that fire, only the truth will remain untouched. Your Father's love is proud of you from above. He trusted that you would carry His legacy with honor. And you are proving Him right with every moment you endure. Type Amen to get blessing 555. The land is safe. No matter how many shadows try to touch it, they are repelled by the light surrounding it. It is sealed with destiny, and that seal cannot be broken by mortal hands. This season is testing you, but it is also revealing your strength. You are discovering patience, courage, and unshakable faith. These are gifts that will serve you long after this battle is won. The relative who tried to betray you will face the shame of their actions. They will lose the respect of others, the trust of the family, and the peace in their own soul. And that loss will be greater than anything they hope to gain. You, on the other hand, will rise higher. People will look at you with admiration, remembering how you never bowed to lies. And heaven will continue to reward your endurance. Type Amen to get blessing 666. The stage of destiny is almost fully prepared. Every move they make is watched, every step is recorded in silence. They cannot escape the eyes of heaven, nor the justice that is unfolding. They feel cornered now, like a thief caught in the act. Their excuses are running out, their confidence is breaking. And soon, their mask will shatter in front of everyone. Your inheritance is not a simple piece of land. It is the anchor your father placed for your life, the foundation he wanted to secure. This anchor cannot be uprooted by deceitful hands. The closer their defeat approaches, the heavier their guilt becomes. Their nights are sleepless, their meals tasteless, their smiles hollow. This is the cost of trying to steal what was never theirs. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The whispers in the family will soon turn into open conversations. People will begin to confront them directly, asking questions they cannot answer. Their silence will be proof of their betrayal. And you, beloved, will not need to shout or defend. The truth will rise like the morning sun, clear and undeniable. Your calmness will speak louder than any argument. The same relatives who doubted you will return to you with apologies. They will admit that they were blinded, that they believed the wrong person. Their regret will be heavy, but your grace will lift you higher. The land will remain yours, not only on paper, but in spirit. Every corner of it will carry your name, your Father's love, and heaven's protection. This is the justice you are walking into. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Even as I speak this, they are planning one final desperate attempt. But heaven has already written the outcome. Their downfall is certain, and their shame will be greater than their greed. What they wished upon you will fall upon their own head. Every trap they set for you will become the pit they themselves fall into. And when it happens, the entire family will see the truth. Do not allow bitterness to touch your heart. Your victory is not just about land, it is about character. You are proving that patience, faith, and truth outlast every lie. Your Father's Spirit smiles over you today. He knows you are carrying His legacy with honor. And nothing, not even betrayal, can take that away. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The curtain is lifting on their lies. What they tried to cover in darkness is now being dragged into the light. Every false step, every greedy thought, is being exposed one by one. Their allies are abandoning them. The very people who once believed their stories are now questioning their integrity. It is only a matter of time before they stand alone in their shame. The land your father gave you is more than property. It is a bond of love, sealed by sacrifice and protected by destiny. No one can rewrite that truth, no matter how desperate they become. The hour of justice is near. The same soil they tried to steal will witness their downfall. And that same soil will rise to honor your name forever. Type Amen to get blessing 111. They feel the ground slipping under their feet. No matter how much they fight, nothing is working in their favor anymore. Their plans collapse like cards in the wind. Beloved, you are stepping into a season of vindication. Those who spoke against you will watch you rise higher. Those who doubted you will see heaven's hand over your life. Your silence was not weakness, it was strength. And now that strength is being rewarded in front of everyone. The victory is yours, unshakable and undeniable. Soon the family will gather, and truth will reign. The land will be declared yours once again. And their betrayal will be remembered as their greatest mistake. Type Amen to get blessing 222. Heaven is closing this chapter. Your suffering, your waiting, your tears, they were not in vain. Every moment was preparing you for this season of justice. The relative who betrayed you will never hold peace again. Their greed will consume them until they are left empty. That is the cost of touching what belongs to the chosen. You, on the other hand, will prosper. The inheritance will not only remain, it will multiply. And you will live to see blessings beyond what your father dreamed for you. The story will end with your name lifted. The legacy will be honored, and the blessing will continue for generations. This is the promise sealed over your life. Type Amen to get blessing 333.